Hello everyone, this is Team 1 and I am Akshaya. Today we are here to discuss about low budget films versus high budget films, what makes them successful. According to me, from films like Elephant Whisperers to films like RRR, Indian films are very versatile. Either it could be according to the budget or according to the screenplay or according to the director. Every Indian film is versatile and has its own story or narration.
Yes, I agree with Akshay because in the recent times, the film I have admired is Animal, which is directed by Sandeep Reddy Vanga. He has a very unique thought of showing what he wants to deliver to the public because he has shown in the film that violence makes everything possible because as some of our great freedom fighters said that war brings peace. So I say budget is not the thing which makes the film successful, but I think the story of the film is what makes the film successful.
Absolutely, Guna. Because if we compare KGF and if we compare Bahubali has more budget than KGF, but both of them were equally successful. And in fact, KGF was more impactful. So, according to me, budget is not a problem. It is always the storytelling. If the storyteller is successful in narrating the story and if the story is in reach to the audience, the film becomes absolutely a blockbuster hit.
Yes, I agree with you. And as you said, Bahubali is a successful film, and the director is Rajmouli, and he is the one who take film Eager, and it is low budget film, but it is also very successful, and we know that film. Like budget is not a problem. The story and the direction is all.
Yes, yes. I told only the story. The story is uh, the depending upon the story will success the movie. So the recent releases baby movie is also low budget movie and it become a very more success. And in these days, some new heroes and actors are enter in the film industry and they become a success. They give um, little amount to take. This is low budget and the highest budget like RRR and Devara and KGF. The heroes are taking more budget to revenue like more revenue. So that's
Okay. Like we also have films like Hanuman, which have where the budget was nearly around 45 to 50 crores, but the movie was absolutely a blockbuster hit because of its VFX or graphics. I mean, the amount of VFX or graphics they have used were limited, and they were realistic. But whereas if we compare with Adi Purush nearly had a lot of budget, but it utterly failed to reach the audience because of over utilization of VFX. So the makers must always consider to be more natural in storytelling. So yeah, this is what makes them successful. Whether it is a high budget or a low budget film, it totally depends on the VFX, graphics, or the way of narrating the story.
Yes, Akshay, I partially agree with you. The only story, only or not important to the movie that reach to people. It is also important to camera direction and the musical direction. Have the BGMs like be given the best BGM to the movie. It gives the more impact to the movie that they reach people fastly and it's equipped to the people like they edited to it. It's more important than the budget.
Yes, absolutely.
I completely agree with Banu Prakash. The success of a movie will not depend upon the budget. And how they actually tell that story on the screen matters a lot.
In fact, some low budget movies or documentaries like The Elephant Whisperers have also won national awards like international awards like Oscar, and as we all know, as Banu Prakash said, music plays a vital role in filmmaking or films because music adds an emotion to the scenes which have been captured. So I believe that music also plays a vital role. Some factors that influence in the success of the movie is, first thing is music, second thing is a filmography and or cinematography, or the third thing that we have concluded after a discussion is the narrative. Like some movies are there which narrate the story in between the fight. Example, Tarumala is a movie, a Malayalam movie, where the entire movie is fight and the movie scenes will be in between the fight. So every director, everyone has their own way of narrating the story. It totally depends how the how audience take the movie or observe the movie. So thank you.
Good evening. Here we are Team 1. We are here on group discussion. The topic is uh, small budget films and the high budget films. Carry on. And nowadays, we can see that the film industry, which are going very high, we can consider on the budget, which is very small for the some films and very high for some high budget films. The cast, which are doing the which are, who are acting in the films, they are charging a lot from the producers. Because of the stardom, they are charging a lot. But sometimes it may not works with the big film because there will be no story. Only they mainly concentrate on the elevations, but that will always not works, I think. But the low budget films who are less stardom have the good story and content and going with the good technical aspects, they can do better job. So I say both are very good, but should be story would be nice to and entertain the audience.
Yes, nowadays low budget films are very highlighted because high budget films are only they focusing on elevation, graphics, these all. But low budget films, they focusing on story. The content of the film is very good. While coming to high budget films, they can entertain by routine characters, routine stories. So
Yes, Pushpa, in addition, I would like to add one point. Uh, it matters on the priority. High budget films have its own priority, and low budget films have its own priority. Uh, in low budget films, they see the content and affections, all they are searching for all these. In high budget films, they are searching for fightings, elevations, graphics. These are so both are good. From the high budget films, the revenue will be increases. All these are increases. So both are good according to my opinion.
Yes, I agree with my team, as my teammate said. But nowadays, lot of movies working with low budget movies. In recent times, we take Hanuman. It compare it came with 200 crores budget. In same content, another cinema like Adpurish, it came with around 500 crores. But Hanuman gives the best content according to the VFX and etc.
In previous years, only Hollywood only takes the high budget films, but nowadays Tollywood also improved, and high budget films are because of CGI work, which takes lot of money, and also for the director's remuneration and stardom heroes remuneration.
Yes, yes. As our teammate said, high budget films require more money and more work. So we need more money, and these high budget films are like.
I agree with the Shashikaran that he's trying to say that high budget films and the low. He always like the low budget. He always discusses with me that the low budget films are very like by him. So when we have the good content in the movie and good technical aspects and the good graphics, we can go with the movie that we have recent times. We have seen the Manjwal Boys. It is only built with 20 crore, but it collected almost 200 crore film, and we can take 2018 a Malayalam movies. Yes, Malayalam movies create miracles. They come with the small budgets and they can earn more money in the box office. And also we can say that and baby movie which is come with very low budget and also take the high marks at the box office. And we can compare lot of movies. And we compare with the Bollywood movies, they probably build the movies with the high budget. But sometimes most it will not works at the box office because there will be no content. And so my friend will continue.
Yes. Like he said, low budget movies. I personally like high budget movies more because the content and which my director and producer is so good. And I personally like high budget film fights. And with the help of CJ, the fights will look like Marvel and DC, and that type of fights will amaze me every time when I see a movie. I personally like with Kalki 1980. because it has lot of fights and lots of CJ work. And I like the most is story because of it has Mahabharatam scenes and which cost so much money. Because that's why I like high budget movies. But while watching high budget movies, you get these goosebumps. And
it is not all about the, yes, I agree with you all, but it is not all about the budget of the films. Depending upon the story, everything, the movie, firstly it aspects on the story, but the directors which are going to be directed, based upon them, it is going to be in high budget or low budget. See, many of the people not interested in high budget film or the low budget film. It is all about the story which we are nowadays, which we are seeing. It is all about the affections and love. In high budget also we are going only that aspects, but it is only about the directors which are directing and the cast who are going to be cast in the screen, and based upon that it is going to be in high budget and low budget films. Not, it is not the matter, it is only about the story which we are going to see. That makes everything difference in the high budget and low budget film. In high budget film, it is only the difference about the VFX effects which they are using, and only the cast and the production department. It is all about that. So that is the only, but it is not the aspect of comparing with the high budget film and low budget film. It is my valid point.
yes, he said correct. But while considering high budget and low budget films, a producer has to take a good and a star which has stardom in all markets. Because if a film succeeds, which is if a film succeeds, it only succeeds in south part of India, but not in north part of India. Because a star cannot pull people to the theaters because of he don't know here, because he doesn't known by anyone.
Finally, we are concluding with that the film, the budget doesn't matter anything. It's all about the story and the content and the actors and technical and the acting aspects in that film who are presenting in the screen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, here is Teeman back with the topic comparing low budget films versus high budget films. What makes them successful? According, like in the previous discussion, we have got to know that uh, few factors that influence the film in making it successful. Example: music, narrative, storytelling, and cinematography. All these are some of the factors that influence films to be successful.
Saksha, I agree with you because till the date, the director, the best director I have known is Rajmouli. Sandeep because the stand movie in a way he likes is what I inspired from him because as his first movie we can see Arjun Reddy in the movie he has shown the affection and love between a boy and a girl where there will be fights and the quarrels between them. So the movies first have mixed talk in the morning shows when it was released, but by the days have passed, it has become the best movie in his career. So it will be up to the audience on what the input they have taken from seeing the movie. It is not based on budget because it was it's the Arjun Reddy's budget is around 20 crores, but it has received a huge amount of nearly 75 crores at the end of the movie shows. Whereas we can see Saho, it was nearly from budget of 75 crores to nearly 100 crores, but the recovery was only 50 to 70 crores. But the story of the movie Saho is also highlighted by Sujit, but the audience have not taken the input what he wanted to deliver. So we can say budget or not makes the film successful.
Yes, I agree with you because coming to low budget films like Geeta Govindam, we all know about that film. It was released on 2018 and the budget is just 10 crores and it success is 132 crores film makes. So I think the storytelling and narrating is the best thing that any director can
Yes,
do.
Harshita. And one such movie that I recently watched, a Tamil movie that is Blue Star, starring Ashok Selvan and Saiti Panian as the lead actors. This is such a wonderful movie that I was obnoxious after watching that movie. I felt that was very real. I thought it was real, and I started to research in such a way that I was doing some research program on that movie. I thought it was absolutely real. That movie is a story of gully cricket players who belong to the place Arkolam district in Tamil Nadu. This movie has increased sportsmanship, collaborative skills in me. This movie gave me goosebumps literally, and this movie is of totally low budget. It is not at all of high budget, and none of the actors in this movie were using any cosmetics or all such kind of glamour and all. Glamour in this movie. So I think the narrative was very natural. The storytelling made it very feel the movie very real. So I think according to me, realism is one such factor that affects the success of the movie. The more the real the movie is, the more blockbuster it becomes. So that's it according to me.
Yes, Akshaya. Only the stars present in the movie, they are not make them to success that movie, because like one of the movie Acharya, it was very disastrous. In that movie there are star actors like Ram Charan and Chiranjeevi, but the direction of the story was he's Koratal Siva. He's one of the most greatest. Before the movie of Acharya, he directed Bhatane Janata Garage, and movies are very successful and very good movies. But the visualizations was not good, and I think not the star to success. And Alvachi movies like Maryada Ramana, the hero like Sunil, he is the not a great hero, but he is a comedian at that starting stage. But that time he will do budget films and low budget films, and they become a success director in this our Telugu industry. And that's it.
Yes, Akshay, you have said that the points of which the movie has given the natural effects of it. I want to add some points like the not the movie taken as well, but you have to show the people. Sir. When we have to show when they are shown the people, only that craze will comes, and they will see that like it's a good movie, and they will suggest to another peoples. That's why the craze of the movie will be increases. like KGF 1, it's not shown that best impact in first few days. After very several days, the KGF movie has been turned around, and someone talks to it. After only that has been a craze come to it. As we can see, KGF 2 has got the big hit. Thank you.
Yeah, both the low budget and budget movies have advantages and disadvantages. High budget movies have more money and the expectations are very high, and low budget movies have less resources and less expectations. So the success of the movie will not depend upon the budget. The story and the creation makes the movie more success.
Absolutely. Even films receive a mixed reactions. Example of one such web series I saw is Hira Mandi. Hira Mandi is directed and produced by Sanjay Leela Bansali. Although because of its grand nature, the movie's craftsmanship was absolutely fine. But what it lacked is some reality. Like courtesans never had such kind of royal life, but he portrayed in such a way that they had all gold and silver all around them. So that was one negative point. And of course, the acting of Sharmin Segal lacked a lot of expressions in her face. She literally did not have a single expression in her face. Either it was some emotional scene or either it was a happy scene. She portrayed the same kind of emotion throughout the web series. So that is where people or audience got very frustrated. Whereas in the same movie, actors like Sonakshi Sinha, Aditi Rao Hydari as Bibbo Jan have got a lot of applauds. So yeah, sometimes even high budget films receive a mixed kind of reactions. The directors must be careful not only in the craft but also in the casting. So yeah, the casting also affects the story. I mean the movie, whether it's successful or not. Anybody else? Thank you.
Yeah, we are team two here. We are on group discussion comparing low budget films and the high budgeting films. Yeah, we see at present days low budget films and high budget films are taking place in the movie industry, and the high budget films are the making with the very high budget. Sometimes it may not work as earlier we discussed that, but going with the good story, good content, and the good cast mainly, and the direction department should be also very good at presenting the movie and the screenplay. And the mainly we are talking about the music. The music aspect should be very good in a movie to grab the attention of the audience. That's it. Nice.
Yes, correct speak. While coming to low budget films, music is also very interested and very big. While coming to high budget films, the some of the films the music is very less and not affect to about music. They focusing only graphics, elevations. They don't focus on content of the story. While coming to low budget films, the in nowadays the films which are very blockbuster, those films are on these highly low budget films only. In nowadays the market is low budget films.
In both films, high budget and low budget, content plays the main role, but CGI and cast varies in both the films.
Yes, he said right, but I partially agree with you. While while considering about cast and crew, we also there is a movie called Purush, which has high like stardom people like Prabhas and director is successful director, but failed at box office because of the story and the screenplay. And we all know with the right content, we can create a high budget movies, but without it, high budget movies will fail and will utterly flop. Because of that, producer will lose so much money.
So one thing everyone has to, the director team has to be understood that it is while that movie was going to be telecasted, it is only note of the point is, see, the people were not considering about the budget which you have kept, either it is of 1,000 crores, either it is of 100 crores. They're simply concentrating on the content which are going to deliver. So budget is not the aspect, only content is only the aspect. Based upon the content only, the movie will be either of blockbuster or utterly flop. It is not about the budget which you are going to fix it. It is only the content or the story which you are going to narrate in the movie is only makes the collections.
Yes, Parth, I obey with you. Nowadays, it completely based on the emotions. We are emotionally connected to the film. We are involving those 3 hours of span movie. We forget everything. We are only in the movie, and also we feel the emotions. That type of movie will be get good in nowadays.
Yes, I agree with all my teammate points, but in nowadays we have to so many people focus on VFX because nowadays so many children edited to the VFX. Like that's why so in TFL they are also focusing VFX to make high budget movies. In latest movies, in all movies, we all the directors of movie focusing on VFX to impact the audience.
I agree with you. I agree with you all guys. But I say that budget matters everywhere, because if you have good budget, we can improve the picture quality and we can get the good VFX. And you know that the talented stars demand lot money for this. If you could afford that money, you can get the most talented stars in that movie, which can be easy for the director to be to screenplay that the movie. So that budget, if we go for the very big sets or the low out of the area, means at abroad or any out of country we go, means we should have a lot of budget, and the producer should afford it for the high high picture quality and the good VFX and the good visuals for the picture, which always the main attraction for the audience is the good picture quality.
Yes.
That's it.
As I agree with with you, Vasu, because nowadays audience should not focus on star heroes, star heroines. They're focusing on only of the story. We spend more money for more actors in the film. Nowadays, so many of the talented people's talented actors, we take that people's name. We we see the review or result in the end of the film.
See, everyone want to consider is it is not only the budget. We hear the people who are seeing the movie intentionally keeping the budget to the directors or producers team. See, we are intentionally keeping and we are expecting that see that star character narrated in that way and that star character should be narrated by and based upon the people's perspective. They are going to take the movie or narrate the movie in that beautiful way. In that aspect, the budget is going to become broader and higher. So in that manner, the budget becomes highly expensive. Intentionally, we are making the movies of the budgets so costlier by based upon our perspectives. We are star actors, the crew. We are in a high aspect in manner, so that makes budget very costlier. Instead of considering these all, and we are intentionally concentrating on the only the story, it makes budget differ as my opinion.
Yes, I agree with him. But I said earlier, we should attract the people or audience for the main attraction. How the trailer cuts, how the trailers, and how the music will be. If we have a good budget, these all will be very highly attractive for the audience to take them to the theaters, so that we can. So the first challenge for the director is to take the people to the theater. That's why I mentioned that the budget plays a major role in a movie section.
Yes, I agree with you, Vasu. And what I don't like about the high budget films are they're hiking the ticket prices because of their budget. Because of that, so many students and so many common people are spending so much money on the film, and because of that, they're getting so much of profits, and they're eating so much of profits, and it doesn't give us anything.
See, it is completely see. Everyone is not interested to put a money on his own pocket. Everyone needs to expect some profit. Based upon that only, they are going to increase the budget. While increasing the budget, they are going to hiking the prices of the movies and the tickets and the theaters costs also. But based upon the budget only, everything is going to be decided, not the story nowadays. So it is the major difference in the budget. By based upon the budget only, everything we are considering. So if we target on the budget, everything will change.
I totally agree with Pardu that today morning I read the news that the Kalki movie production house, that the Vaijayanti filmmakers, they announced that 25 lakhs rupees for the CM relief fund for the floods which were happening in the Vijayawada. So that I don't think they don't do anything for the society. They do for the society and they do lot of charity works, and they are lot of trash here. So I think they have the some corner which was a help to the common people for stars, means the heroines like that.
Yes, Vasu, I agree with you. Not only the makers and also who taking higher remuneration, they too help to the society. Like Prabhas, he donated 2 crores rupees to the Wayanad floods.
So it is not about the donating the money. See, it is one's responsibility. Who have an common sense will donate the money. Who has more than enough with his. It is one's opinion to donate. It is only about the budget. See, we intentionally making the budget higher and making the prices higher. If we concentrate on the budget, it makes somewhat slightly differ than that hiking prices. So if we concentrate on it, the budget becomes somewhat slower. So everyone, why think many VFX effects is nowadays everyone is catching mobile phone and everyone is having his own VFX effects. So one can create his own VFX effect in his own mobile phone, and how one can wants to see the what we say ground level VFX effects in the movie. Everyone wants to expect because everyone is mobile phone. he intentionally developing and VFX effects, so that he wants to see the effects in a big screen, so that the budget makes higher.
So finally, we are concluding. These are our opinions on. Thank you.
Hello everyone. We are back again with the same topic: high budget versus low budget films. What makes them successful? So, yeah, like we have considered some factors: music, music direction, storytelling, narration, and as well as the casting of the movie make them successful. Some of the factors that we have considered. So there are some movies which we would like to discuss that were extremely successful, although they were low budget movies. Example: Charlie 3, starring Dhruv, which was released in 2015, was not very much high budget movie, but the story of the movie is very different. It has a very unique perspective. The story is about an artist who is wandering all around the world. So he lives a nomad life. He doesn't stay at one certain place, and he doesn't have a happy family. So that movie, this is such kind of movie where the actress goes in search of the actor, like the heroine goes in search of the hero, and then she finds him at the last of the movie. So it is more like a treasure hunt for her. And yeah, this is a different movie which is considered in a different perspective. This is one such kind of movie which is a low budget film but has a great impact in the audience and was successful in the film industry.
Yes, I agree with you, Akshay, because low budget films are successful because the marketing plays a crucial role in success of a movie, because the main difference between other directors and SS Rajmouli is that he advertises and he influences his movie more and more in the public, and he translates into many languages, and he conducts number of events before the release of the movie, and he brings the awareness about his movie in the people, whereas other directors only see about the distribution and the story narration or directing or etc. But whereas Rajmouli's main point is that he advertises his every movie into the crowd. He is a crowd puller. We can say that. So I think advertising and making ourselves get into the people is the main part of success.
Yes, Guna, absolutely. SS Rajmouli marketing is not restricted to India itself. He markets the cinema in such a way that it's international and worldwide, and every person in the world knows about his films.
Here, the budget, the high budget, low budget, forget the movie was success. The way of story to how to direction and which actors they bring and which actors to acting in that movie, which are the vision of the director was good and direction was good and the music director and the whole entire team of the movie uh, to enter the movie, and the story was attracting to the audience, and the way of the connecting to the audience are very connecting to that movie, and that movie was very hit. And I think the RR movie was promoting more countries and more places in our India. uh, the movie was success.
Yes, Akshay. About Guna said that the advertisement of a movie is depend upon the reaching of movie. I partially agree with, because in some movies like which Rajmouli taken, that you'll have great narrating and have music and the direction. But some directors like who have taken the Bharti 2, he doesn't have any law inside a story, but he have advertising more than the
Absolutely.
casual movie. But people are saying that the advertisement is great, but
The
the
movie
movie
was
was
a
the great.
disaster, although the
Yes.
marketing was high.
And the next point is too that the movie of success is the the character have reached the humans, and the heroes and the actors that are acted in the movie are very deeply have to connect the character, and they have to give the to us, and they make feel like the movie is in that attitude grace, or the feelings of the movie have to shown in them in the perfect way of us. Yeah.
The success of movie mainly depends on the how engaging the story and how clean the story is telling, and so many twists and turns make the movie worst, and the budget will does not matters a lot in success of a movie.
Absolutely, Preetham. In most of the scenarios, even low budget films win the theaters or win the audience by not because of the cast, not because of the budget. Example of one such movie is Premalu, which is actually a Malayalam movie, but it was even successful in Tamil, Telugu, and Kannada also. So yeah, it is, and the marketing was not too high here. So I believe that in this movie, the content of the story or the dubbing, actually, that the Telugu dubbing of the movie was more effective. So yeah, the Telugu audience took it in a positive way. So that's why I believe that movie was successful. So here we have found some different factors like the dubbing of the movie, the music, the background music, the background scores, and of course the narrative of the story, the uniqueness of the story, how people take it is also one such factor. Example, Oppenheimer is a blockbuster movie according to me, but a lot of people did not understand it. Of course, it's a Christopher Nolan movie, and not everybody can understand it. And yeah, that is one such movie. I liked it, and it was a very big blockbuster, of course. And one of the disastrous movie I watched earlier is Barbie. It's a complete pseudo feminist movie, and I and it was not even that big hit. I can't even compare it to Oppenheimer. So yeah,
Okay, guys, thank you.
thank you.
light off.
Yeah, we are team one here. We are on a group discussion comparison of low budget and high budget films and what made them successful. Yes, as an audience, what a audience expect from a film. Mainly, a audience can expect from a film that it should be a multi-genre, like where the combination of comedy and sentimental scenes present, and it should be work out for the film, which made them audience fully entertained. Then the audience satisfies for the film. Yes, with the many of his friends. Then their friends also will go to the theaters and they watch the movies. Like that, the information will be shared among the people, and it why they are so successful means this is the main thing means it is more information getting from their friends who watch this movie, and they motivate their friends to go and watch the movie. Like that, they have good collections of the film. It's my opinion.
Yes, I agree with your point. When it's come to the budget, in high budget films, it has strong storytelling, promotions to promote that movie in highly. But in low budget films, it is mainly important to focus on the storytelling, innovative things, comedy. Like you said that, and that's why high budget movies have become so successful than low budget films. But nowadays low budget films also become very successful by the content, because the content is the main thing in the any movies. Content makes the
Yes. While coming to music, also in the both high budget and low budget, whatever it is, the music is best impression to the audience. While coming to low budget films, the music is very interesting and new concept based on music. The high budget films music is very bass and a very more instruments is used in music equipments also. So in my perspective, the low budget films is better than high budget films. While coming to music, comedy, emotion, story content, whatever it is, in nowadays back to 2 3 years, films are very successful in industry, mainly in Tollywood or and current. Some of the example films are Kantara. It is mostly interested in music. So, in my perspective, the low budget films are more interested.
Sometimes not about high budget and low budget. Content films also are not working good at box office. Kaleja and Gollywood go and Saho movies also are failed at the box office. They are good at the content but not worked at the box office.
Yes, also sometimes trailer makes more when the teaser is good, either it is high budget or low budget. Audience when they see trailer, so they are motivated to watch the movie. So when it comes to the trailer, if we make a trailer in a good way, we can attract more audience.
As Narendra said that some movies didn't work at the box office. Yes, he said that, but a movie should be connected to the reality. Okay, when the audience watches the movie, he should connect his life with his movie. He find his own feelings, own experience in that movie. He should feel very happy, so that a movie he will be satisfied for watching this. There's some movies like Kaleja, like Orange. Orange is a very good love story movie, at that time people didn't connect with the movie. But nowadays we are daily listening for the songs and we are going to the hype for the movie. But at that time people didn't connect with that movie. But now we are connecting to all of the movies. We are evolving. Means we are getting matured at times nowadays. So that my feeling is that on your opinion, Narendra.
Like I will say that I agree with you, but when you refer the term trailer and teaser, at olden days there is no internet or there is no YouTube like this, so they don't know anything about promotions etc. So they only concentrate on trailers, etc.
Yes, I agree with your points. As I said earlier, budget doesn't matter anything because the only content is content matters anything. Uh, as we, the people who says, makes the perspective on beyond the budget. That makes difference.
For us it's a 3 hour entertainment, but it's not about high budget or low budget. It's all about content, songs, and the screen, everything is considered, and because of that, a film will be labeled as success or flop.
Nothing but it is a mixture of all fighting and everything included in that. See, the budget means the trailer which comes initially watched by many of people or some less people, or the attraction which it has, only the trailer it makes, because the movie doesn't want to make the 3 hours VFX effects on that high. It should be about some minutes. So we need to identify the good things in that, and the movies which we are taking nowadays, we need to extract the things which we need it, and we need to discard which we don't need it. So it is.
And sometimes movies success of the movies depends on the time of the releases also, because when we see that movies like Adpurs are released in, not released in Ram Navami or that time. If it is released in Ayodhya, Ram Mandir openings on that times, it may get some more
Yes, I partially agree with you, Narendra, but the movies, if the movie is good, the time doesn't matter. If the movie content is good, the movie will will rise even if it's in a bad time.
Yes, I agree with you, Shasi. Whatever it is, in the films, nothing else. Talented actor or any actor in the film, they can accept audience while when the content is good, music is good, whatever it, comedy, emotion, the audience can accept all these things. So
Finally, I agree with y'all guys. We have a very great discussion, I think. So that we are concluding this, that the main motto of a movie is always to entertain an audience. If it worked out correctly, everything goes in favor of the movie team. Thank you.